Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Eugene Day. It's been a little while since I shared an update, so I want to share with you the exciting things that are going on with my new consulting company, Microspike Analytics. And I want to share a really big update towards the end of this video. So, the exciting news is that I have signed another contract. It's my third since going out on my own as a healthcare consultant. And I'm going to be doing some computer simulation for a company which is primarily in the transportation space in healthcare. And at least from a mathematical perspective, it's transportation problems. And so I don't want to talk specifically about the company or exactly what problem I'm going to be solving because I haven't talked with them about social promotion of that kind of thing yet. But I did want to mention a few things about it. So first of all, like I said, it's transportation problems, mathematically very interesting, very exciting, cool simulation approach. And I've done some of this before with things like, hey, where should we place our ambulances across the region? But this is detailed and nuanced in ways that are going to be really exciting and really fun to kind of problem solve. And that's what I love doing. So I'm excited about that. I'm also doing it at a slightly cut rate compared with my usual contracts, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. As I've said before, when you're a consultant, there's a lot of work that you do that you don't bill a client for. It's contract writing, it's statement of work writing, it's marketing, all that kind of stuff. And therefore, in order to make a good living as a consultant, considering there's a lot of work that you don't bill clients for, you have to charge a reasonably high rate. And I have a pretty high rate also, in part because I am a broadly recognized expert in the field of healthcare discrete event simulation. And so having that opportunity to sort of command particular kinds of prices is a good thing for me. And my clients know that they're getting what they're paying for. They're not hiring a cut rate consultant who doesn't know what they're doing. So generally speaking, yes, I have a high rate, but everybody seems to be reasonably pleased with all of those outcomes. I'm doing this at a cut rate, and I mean, it's not a cut rate, it's still a perfectly good wage, but it's less than I typically charge. And the reason for that is that it's a longer term contract. This is a contract which is going to provide routine, regular work at a relatively low level, something like 8 hours a week, for a full year. And so, even though that's not an extraordinary volume of work and it's not an extraordinarily high rate, what it gives me is reliability over the long term. And so I'm very excited about that. And that's totally worth a little bit of a cut rate because it relieves me of some of that contract work that I have to do. It relieves me of some of that marketing work that I have to do because I have this stable supply of work for at least a year. And that's a really exciting and really gratifying place to be, that someone's willing to engage me for that kind of time frame. So that's an exciting prospect. I'm going to be working a lot over the course of the next year. I have 3 clients that are signed right now. One of them's kind of winding down because I've built the simulation that they needed me to build. And they're in the process of figuring out how to continue our engagement at a lower level. I'm not going to be billing them for, 60 hours a month anymore. It's going to be more like maybe 20, but they'll have an ongoing engagement. And then I have a third engagement, which is my oldest client that I've been working with for actually many years, from before I was a full-time personal consultant. And that is going to be billing probably at about 8 to 10 hours a week for hopefully a year, but we'll see. So I have enough work laid out over the next several months and even out to a year that I can cover my mortgage and my basic living expenses. And that's a really exciting and gratifying place to be as a consultant. Am I pulling in money hand over fist and getting rich and complaining about the taxes? Nope, not even a little bit. I am perfectly comfortable and excited about where I am. And that's a wonderful place to be. And I just love doing the work and being able to make a living doing the work that I trained my whole life for and am excited to contribute to the improvement of healthcare for the American public. That's something that I'm proud of and something that I'm excited about. So that's really cool. I did also want to give a big update, and that is I will be taking from the end of May, probably through the beginning of July, off from work. This is not a vacation. I have a health issue and I am going to need a major surgery at the beginning of June. So it's a little bit scary for me. It's a little bit daunting, and the recovery is going to be long and difficult. But I'm a healthy person other than this issue, and I am confident in my prospects and in my surgeon and in the care that I can get here in Seattle. And even though this is frightening, I have taken on a lot of big challenges in my life, and I know how to take on big challenges, and I know how to face the future. So I am letting people know now. I have told my clients that this is coming up, including this new client that I just signed. They understand and can be flexible. And luckily, of course, I have a job that is primarily intellectual work. So even when I am maybe still a little immobile after my surgery, I should be able to get back to work doing the intellectual work that I do on a relatively rapid basis. I'm certainly hopeful that I'll be able to. I know other people who've had this surgery, they've done well. My surgeon says that I'm extremely low risk as a patient. So I'm nervous, and that's okay. I'm allowed to be nervous. It's a big change in my life, and it's going to involve a lot of new challenges for a while. But the goal is to come out of it on the other side, feeling better, living better, and with improved prospects for the rest of my life. So that's the big update. If you are interested in my services, please be aware that I will be taking on new clients again, probably in July or August. Just want to let everybody know that. So thank you so much for sharing a little time with me here this morning. I hope you're doing well. If you are interested in consulting, healthcare consulting, discrete event simulation, please do reach out. We'll just be working on getting that schedule set up for late summer, early fall. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. YouTube's going to think you like this video right here, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.